Hey, Dan Cochimilio along with Bora. I'm a Kolu here on NorCal Sports Network with a video on Bryce Eldridge. The Giants' number one prospect has been called up to the big leagues and will be in Arizona Monday night for the Giants game against the D-backs. We'll get right into that. Before we do, let us thank our sponsor of this video, Chapman Law Group. Hey, Chapman Law Group is located in Marin, licensed in all of California. Give Chapman Law Group a call for all your legal needs, especially you got a personal injury situation, they'll get you top dollar. Don't waste time looking around. Give Chapman Law Group a call at 415-613-9483 and let them know NorCal Sports Network sent you. Hey, and if you would like and subscribe to this channel, like this video, subscribe to this channel, we would greatly appreciate it. All right, Bora, the long-awaited call-up of Bryce Eldridge has arrived, and 13 games to go. The Giants are a game and a half behind the Mets, technically 2.5 because of the tiebreaker. So call it 2 games because they're only one back really in the loss column, and that's what really matters at this point. So what do you think of this call-up?
I don't know what to think, honestly. I think it's a little bit of an act of desperation. Giants kind of saying, "What can you give us?" There's 13 games left. How do you fare in the pressure of September? Another one is they just might need a lefty bat now that Dom Smith is on the IR. There are different scenarios and things to happen, but it's exciting to see Bryce Eldridge just being called up. He's the number one prospect. He's the 13th overall prospect in all of baseball. He's 6'7", 240, monster power. He was the Giants' 16th overall pick in the 23 draft, I'm pretty sure. And he's
16th pick in the first round, right?
Yeah. And he's kind of just torn up the minor leagues. So all of San Francisco, all the Bay Area is pretty excited. If you're a Giants fan, you're pretty excited. You kind of know what this guy's about. It's just, as a fan, it's exciting because he's your number one prospect. He's hyped to be this monster power guy who could put up 40 home runs plus. And he's here, and he's 20 years old, making his major league debut end of September. The playoff run, it's exciting.
It is. It's very exciting. Now the Giants have 13 games to go, and a couple things can happen here. Bryce could tear it up and somehow help the Giants make the playoffs. Now that would be a blessing and a curse in some ways, because obviously Giants want to get in the playoffs. But if Bryce is one of the factors that helps them get to the playoffs, he's not eligible to be on the playoff roster because he was not on the 40-man roster as of September 1st. So that's how baseball rules work. As long as someone's on the 40-man roster before September 1st, they're eligible. So, but it's not a horrible thing in a way because, hey, let's get to the dance first. And the Giants are kind of hoping that Bryce can help them. And at the same time, if it doesn't work out, it gives him some experience with some pressure at bats in a playoff chase. These are really like playoff games, the next 13 games, because every game is key. And the intensity is not going to be there in these 13 games because you're not playing another playoff opponent. But you get what I'm saying is these are must-win games for the Giants. So all of these at-bats that he comes up with are going to be pressure. And the Giants are looking for him to see what he can do, see if he can produce. And what I like about it, it gives him a pitcher, even though it's only 13 games, it gives him a feel for what the major leagues is like. And he's going to be able to go into the offseason knowing that he's got work to do, adjustments to be made, and he'll have that experience. Even though it's so limited, he might get what? If he's lucky, he gets 50 plus at bats in 13 games. 13 times 4 at bats a game. What is that?
52, I think.
52, right? Yeah. So we'll see. And the other thing is, he may not even play every game. The Giants face a crafty veteran lefty on Tuesday night in Eduardo Rodriguez. They may not even play him in those games. We'll see. My guess is he's going to DH and play first base, maybe switch off with Rafi Devers to give him a little bit of, not just throw him into the fire at first base for all 13 games. What do you think?
I think there's going to be a little bit of a mix. Remember, Rafi Devers is still learning first base himself, and the Giants are still in a playoff push. So the Dom Smith injury is really tough because he played a great first base. I know he's never won a Gold Glove, but I think he's a Gold Glove caliber first baseman.
Mm-hmm.
Rafi Devers is still learning the position. He seems kind of promising. He's a third baseman, so he has that natural athleticism. He has a really good arm, but he's still learning the position. And so is Bryce Eldridge. So I think you're going to see a drop off in the play in first base, whether it's not being able to pick out a ball or not being in the right spot for if a pitcher has to get over. Some of these little things that could cost you a game. Or cost you a run. And like you said, these are not technically playoff games, but they're being played like playoff games. And they're also being managed by playoff games. And instead of taking it game by game, it's being taken inning by inning. In the playoffs, I mean, these pitchers don't. I mean, if you show signs of struggling, you're out of there. And that's how Melvin is managing. I mean, he's managing like it's a playoff game. He's not letting you have a long leash. It's an extremely short leash. So it's tough for Eldridge because he's a rookie. He's 20 years old. How much of a leash does he have? Are they going to allow him to kind of get away with these rookie errors, or are they going to just allow him to kind of just play it out, feel it out? It's a really tough situation that I'm not going to say they've put him in, but he's in right now because of the timing and where it's at. It's the middle of September. Giants are 2 games back of the wild card of the Mets. This is pressure baseball. This is pretty much postseason baseball. This is where boys become men. And this is where I guess we're going to see if Bryce Eldridge has it. I mean, you got to remember he's 20 years old. And then we can pull up his stats here in AAA. You can see he had 253 at bats in AAA, 88 strikeouts to 28 walks.
Yeah, 30.7 strikeout rate in Sacramento, and just overall this whole season 29.5. So probably I didn't run his numbers in rookie ball and AA, but I believe those numbers are probably in the high 20s.
Yeah. So he's going to strike out. I mean, that's kind of a given for high power guys. He's going to strike out. We just have to kind of see him not completely striking out like Casey Schmidt was when he first came up. He had his little hot streak for the beginning, and then he just couldn't see the ball. He didn't know where the ball was going. Excuse me. So we just have to see where he's at. I'm hopeful that he'll provide a little spark, kind of like Drew Gilbert has with his youth, with his energy. But we just have to see. It's kind of just wait and see what happens.
Right. Now, what's interesting about this, we haven't heard the details yet. I'm sure those will come tomorrow at some point, but the Giants are going to have to make a roster move. And Bryce Eldridge was not on the 40. So there's 4 options that I see. One of them is moving Dom Smith from the 10-day to the 60-day IL, which would basically say he's not coming back this year, even if the Giants were able to make the playoffs. The other is either Carson Wisenhunt or Landon Roop could go on the 60-day IL. And again, they're eliminated from any postseason pitching if they make it doing that. Or the fourth option is they're going to remove somebody entirely from the 40-man roster. And, candidates for that, you hate to throw out names that, could happen. But I mean, I'm looking at the 40-man roster. It could be somebody like a Brubaker if they think if Wisenhunt or Roop is coming back. It could be a Brubaker. It could be somebody like a Brett Wisely, or guys that are probably not going to get picked up on waivers, and then the Giants can re-sign him as a minor league free agent, basically. So we'll see where they go. We'll find out. And then the other thing is, Bora, somebody's got to be dropped off the 26-man roster tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they'll drop a pitcher, but they could. The Giants bullpen is pretty thin and has gotten beaten up the last couple of games. So they're going to need arms, especially with which you don't know what you're going to get out of Kaiwei Tang Monday night and whoever pitches Tuesday night, to be determined.
Mm-hmm.
So is that a position player? Is that shall we say, dare say, a Luis Matos or a Drew Gilbert? I mean, I don't see them sending Gilbert down with the energy he's brought to the team, but I don't know if the Giants are looking at that or if they're just looking at performance.
Yeah. Well, first of all, with the Dom Smith, I kind of think the likely scenario is that he gets transferred to the 60, because I think the day after he kind of pulled his hammy or whatever it was, they said he was going to take an MRI, and then I think he took his MRI, and then they dropped him to the IL and then brought Encarnacion up. So I kind of have a feeling they know that it's not great and that he doesn't have a great shot to play this season at all. Because I mean, hamstrings are serious. That can be a 6-week, 8-week injury.
Right.
And I would hate to see a Drew Gilbert or Luis Matos get dropped down
Absolutely
of the active roster, just because they've shown promise, and Drew Gilbert has brought his energy to this team. I think a lot of people would say he's kind of been the spark plug for the team, kind of going on their little winning streak with his crazy frantics, the chokehold and the biting on Robbie Ray's arm sleeve.
Why don't you demonstrate that for the viewers there, Bora?
That'll be behind the scenes. But Matos has shown promise too. So you would hate to see that. They did just bring Encarnacion up, who is a right-handed bat, and he plays the outfield. So if I had to say one person, I would say a Luis Matos, which would suck for him because I think he deserves a spot on this active roster right now. But I mean, this is the big leagues and this is a business. So whatever happens, it's tough.
Yeah, and if you send a pitcher down, they're basically done for the season because it's 15 days before they can be called up unless there's an injury.
I don't think they're going to send a pitcher down. Pitchers are too important now.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. And you got too many. I mean, to me, the logical person would be someone like an Encarnacion, but you just called him up because you got Devers, Encarnacion, Flores, and now Eldridge. All four of them are basically first baseman. Encarnacion can play right field. We saw that, but it's
not great.
It's not ideal. So
could it be a Grant McCray?
Oh, yes. Is he still up?
That's probably it, right?
There it is. There it is. I forgot McCray was. Let me take a look at the 26-man real quick and make sure that why. Yeah, there it is. I think it's Grant McCray. You're bringing up a left-handed bat in Eldridge, and it's probably Grant McCray.
That would make the most logical sense. The one downside of that would be he is such a good outfielder, and he has speed and he has a great arm, like he showed off at that Dodgers game.
Yeah.
Giants outfield defense, especially on the corners, is kind of suspect. Ramos this season has been horrible. Encarnacion isn't great. Matos is okay, I could say. Grant McCrae is a legit big league outfielder, and that you need defense. Defense wins championships.
Yeah, absolutely. So it'll be interesting here in Arizona where I am right now. So I may just head out to the ballpark tomorrow to see Bryce Eldridge's debut in the big leagues. We're recording this Sunday night. So actually, it'll probably be put out on Monday. So yeah, we just got the news literally within the hour that Eldridge has been promoted. So you'll be actually seeing this video on Monday. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see how he does. And let's hope it goes great. It would be awesome to see in his first big league game and even in his first big league bat do a Will Clark impression. So, hey guys, thanks for watching this video. We appreciate it. We're here after every Giants game for the post-game show. So make sure you leave your comments below. We read the comments. We try to respond to as many as possible. We appreciate you watching this video. If you would, give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And by the time you're watching this video, the Giants will be just hours away from Bryce Eldridge's major league debut. All right, everybody, take care, and we'll see you on NorCal Sports Network.